And welcome to another edition of The Brash, Sean's View Entertainment on YouTube.com. Make sure to like this video and subscribe with the rumors and speculation about the WWE possibly doing a WWE draft between Raw and SmackDown, a brand extension, a brand shift, whatever it may be. I thought here on this Easter Sunday, Sean's View Entertainment gives my own WWE Draft 2016. If I were in charge, if I were running things, if I said, well, this is how it's going to go. So we're going to go by who has been drafted to Monday Night Raw, then to SmackDown, Raw to SmackDown, back and forth. So on Monday Night Raw, the first drafted superstar will be Roman Reigns as a heel. SmackDown will get Dean Ambrose as a face. Monday Night Raw will get John Cena, of course, as a face. Randy Orton will go to SmackDown as a heel. AJ Styles goes to Monday Night Raw as a face. Kevin Owens goes to SmackDown as a heel. Then you got Kalisto on Raw. And then you got Big E on SmackDown as a face. You have Kofi Kingston on Raw as a face. You have Seth Rollins on SmackDown as a heel. You have Cesaro as a face on Raw. The Big Show as a heel on SmackDown. Alberto Del Rio on Raw as a heel. Braun Strowman on SmackDown as a heel. Luke Harper as a heel on Raw. Bray Wyatt as a heel on SmackDown. Eric Rowan on Raw, heel. Curtis Axel on SmackDown, heel. A face Brock Lesnar on Raw. Bo Dallas on SmackDown as a heel. Neville on Raw as a face. Dolph Ziggler on SmackDown as a heel. R-Truth on SmackDown as a face. Rusev, Ryback, and Sheamus all on Raw as heels. The Miz and Tyler Breeze on SmackDown as heels. Coming down to the home stretch, Finn Balor on Monday Night Raw as a face. Samoa Joe on SmackDown as a heel. Titus O'Neil as a face on Raw. Xavier Woods as a face on SmackDown. Sin Cara on SmackDown as a face. Stardust as a heel on Raw. Bubba Ray as a heel on Raw. Devon on SmackDown as a heel. Jack Swagger as a face. Adam Rose on SmackDown as a face. Alex Riley as a heel on Raw. And ladies and gentlemen, certainly last but not least on the list, if you wanted to include the superstars that are, well, incapacitated or are on the injury reserve or released, I really didn't, account for those superstars at this point in time. I mean, you added the Ascension into there. But, this is how I would book the WWE Draft. You almost have an even amount of faces and heels here, ladies and gentlemen. And if you got a little confused, if you got a little conflicted, just go back and rewind and rewatch the video, and you will see how I put this together and how I booked this. It would develop new rivalries. You would see new feuds, maybe new match concepts. Things would be unpredictable. And hopefully the direction of Raw and SmackDown, there was rumors that there was going to be a little bit of a change with the WWE Draft this year. Remember how superstars would bounce back between Raw and SmackDown? The thing I would do is have the superstars that were on their respective brands committed to those brands. Every now and again, yeah, I guess it would be shocking to see someone from Raw, invade SmackDown, or someone from SmackDown invade Raw. But you don't want to overdo that because then it loses its magic. It doesn't feel as organic. It doesn't feel as special when you overdo something quite like that. So, ladies and gentlemen, obviously, I put Roman Reigns on Raw, Dean Ambrose on SmackDown, face and heel. And then you got John Cena on Raw. You got Randy Orton. You got the top guys. And then, of course, you have new guys coming up the ranks. Guys from NXT will also be, accounted for in this WWE Draft. And, yeah, this is how I do it. And as it concerns brand-exclusive pay-per-views, like, oh, this is a Raw pay-per-view, or this is a SmackDown pay-per-view, and then SummerSlam and WrestleMania and Royal Rumble and Survivor Series are, co-branded exclusives. That's how I would go about it. I'd have the WWE Champion on one brand, the World Heavyweight Champion on another brand, because so many people, including myself, would like to see the World Heavyweight Championship come back to the WWE once again. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is how I would do things, the WWE Draft, and I look forward to your comments and your opinions and who would be your top guys on Raw and SmackDown. And why? Why? Who would you put on Raw instead of SmackDown? Who would be on SmackDown that shouldn't be on Raw? Would you have invasions? Would you have, what about the tag team titles? What about the United States title? What championship? What title would go where? I'd probably have the United States title on SmackDown, the Intercontinental title on Raw. The tag team titles maybe could be, go from Raw and SmackDown. But then the Divas title, I'd feature that on Raw. And then quite frankly, when the WWE title, if I was doing one title, if the WWE title wasn't defended, I just have the Intercontinental US title be the top championship. But in this instance, the way I'm doing it, I would have the world title back. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is how I would go about it. You may like it, you may be for it, you may be against it. And I saw since I booked Monday Night Raw, it was only fitting that I book a WWE draft. I don't know when this is going to happen. I don't know how it's going to happen. But we're going to find out soon on the details of the 2016 WWE Draft. And it's something different because we, quite frankly, haven't seen it in a long time. Thank you for watching. I'm out. Later.